If you want a world without US hegemony, things are not looking good for you today. The US has just launched a strike in Venezuela and has captured President Maduro. Now, be he corrupt as he was, what's happening here is a signal, is about the US dollar and US unipolarity. On the first level, this is a signal to the Americas. If you align with China, if you align with Russia, they do not have the military capacity to protect you, even if they state support in a verbal way. China's too focused in its neighborhood, Russia's too focused in Ukraine. We, the United States, remain the only power capable of projecting power around the world, and that starts with the Americas. The US can only project power around the world if they have nothing to worry about in the Americas. So this is a message, right? It's a message to Colombia, whose president has been quite critical of the United States. It's a message to Cuba, perhaps, that has been under US sanctions for God knows how many years now. It's a message to all of South America. Stay in our lane, not your lane. Stay in our lane, supply your resources to us. Now, the reason the US dollar is the global reserve currency, remember that all of these things are just paper money. They don't mean anything. The reason that it's important is because the oil powers of the world, but also other resources increasingly, like rare earths, lithium, for example, that they trade in dollars. Remember, all of these currencies are made strong by the resources they control, because money is really resources. So this is also a message to oil powers. It's a message to Iran. It's a message to Russia, that the US can still, by force, capture these resource markets. Venezuela has a large gold market as well, and force them to trade in US dollars, force US corporations to own these resources, which will extend the life of the American empire. And the third angle to this is that China and Russia have been making plays to de-dollarize. China's getting rid of its US debt. They're buying a lot of gold, a lot of silver, so is Russia, in an effort to gradually supplant the US dollar. Now, what happens if the US grabs Venezuela, the largest oil reserves in the world, and also has some of the largest gold reserves in the world and other resources as well? And this will also apply to the rest of South America, which has a lot of resources, right? So this message to South America is, you are ours. So that's why I say, if you want the end of American hegemony, today is not a good day for you, unless the Venezuelan people can resist and can force casualties and costs on the Americans for doing this. But whether that happens, who's to say? Let's see how things play out here. See you next time.